between two realities.
Okay.
Alright, and we are back for Empire of the Lost next. Week 21. We find the group currently in a familiar space of the column lift as they feel it moving up. The remnants of the fourth floor, currently wiped out of vision as they're drowned in darkness of the column lift once again. Though now having a moment of clarity and respite, being able to breathe easier, at least, knowing that they got past that strange, hellish version of a floor with all the different mechanical bits and everything going around that was hard to understand. Though we pick the scene up a couple of minutes after the lift already started, and they begin their rise to the 5th floor.
So, Crowfucker, how'd you get in this line of work?
I'm sorry, what?
I think you actually don't know that yet.
No, he said that he followed Crow. He said that out loud.
He did say that he followed.
I just don't know he's a devil.
Okay, so then you do know that.
Yeah. So how'd you get in this line of work?
I kind of look around the group. Does anyone mind if I kill him?
You'll not be killing him. Yes, I mind.
Well, no one kills anyone at the moment.
No.
I'm 50-50.
I like you. You're good with giants and people.
What did you just do to that creature?
As I said, show you're in control. Of course you will.
Is no one going to acknowledge the fact that he didn't answer my question?
That was intentional.
Sounds like
Okay.
you just did.
To be fair, I told you exactly what I was here to do. I just didn't tell you what I was.
Why? What are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Well, for
To be honest,
36
it's really
since
not that hard to figure it out.
since I... Oh, right, sure. Because you were able to figure out fine.
He's a very poor liar.
He's quite suspicious.
Incredibly so.
I didn't
You're
see
also
you
currently
guys.
blind. You're highly vulnerable.
Yeah, I know.
About that, I know how to deal with blind people. I've been around it a while. I think that I should be the one to take care of Astron, if you don't mind.
Is that really a good idea?
Why wouldn't it be?
He's a bit useless otherwise, isn't he?
In a combat situation,
I mean,
you
I'm
be
just
more ready to move around.
I'm not going to stay by his side the whole time. I'm just going to make sure he's all right,
What I
and
mean,
then I will.
what I mean is, if a fight starts, I think it'd be better for you to be prepared to fight immediately. I'm in more of a support role. Should probably make more sense for me or someone else in a similar position to
Actually,
handle it.
that brings up an interesting point. General,
Oh fuck! I forgot he was here.
you spent a good deal of one of our battles shouting orders, right? So, could you not do the same thing, but just identify targets for Astron?
I think it'd be a bit hard than that, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Take 30
No.
degrees left. Fire.
Not a bad idea.
Is she even here right now? Has he left us to all play?
Yeah, I was wondering.
No,
Yeah.
I was muted. So,
Brilliant.
it could be possible, though my capabilities work more towards the physical than what I believe you're capable of doing.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you
that's
could always
what I'm
treat. I mean, you could always treat me like a like an archer. I'm ranged, so.
We shall
if you
see.
want,
Your tome doesn't exactly have the best range, though, does it?
Nah, it doesn't.
Just see if you can act as his eyes. We could actually test it out right here.
Yeah, hopefully nothing falls from the ceiling this time. Alright. Takes out his dark tome, since he has more uses than that right now. So, point me in the right direction, General.
If Osiris doesn't mind, I'm gonna take the butcher again, because I quite like beating the shit out of her.
She's in your hands then. Just lumbers her onto you.
Now I'm gonna drag her by her hair.
Oh my god.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Just let her. It isn't hurting.
It
well,
actually physically does.
who is
It
the
hurt,
person
it
who
hurt
had
someone
yours?
in the most literal situation.
Anyway, on with the show. Let's see if this works.
Alrighty, well, Astron has his dark tome out, just waiting for some orders and someone to say anything to him.
What's even the target for him in this situation?
I don't know, General has to point it out to me, doesn't he? And tell me whether I hit it.
I don't know. What am I supposed to be telling him to hit? We're in a lift right now.
Just
I don't
the
know,
front of the
wall?
wall? I don't know.
There is no wall in that sense.
Well, there's like little tiny pillar things right next to us. I could hit one of those.
And what if that has something crucial to do with us being risen up here? Do you really want to work with that?
I think this is a terrible
You
idea.
can hit the butcher.
No.
No, don't hit.
Wow, you are really on about that. Well, I mean, I don't really care what happens to her, but you are really. You have a hate boner for this woman. Huh. That's interesting.
You can't see it, but she just stares.
Yeah.
Just stares at you.
I can't see it.
Ro, when you were speaking, you weren't speaking loud enough.
Yeah, I was muted. Who is this butcher you dragging around? I thought she was a member of your party until, well, just now.
No, she was, someone on...
She's our
Just a
prisoner.
fuckface that
side.
likes to cut villagers open.
Oh.
She's our problem.
Seems like
We
you
should
have
just leave it to
friends.
that, I think, until we get what we want out of this relationship, should we?
Suppose.
That's a logical thing.
Oh, here.
Speaking of which, can we have a moment?
Do you wish to have a group huddle?
Alone,
Ooh.
Ogreth says, looking towards you, Ro.
By all means. Though if you try and attack me, I'll have a giant jewel. So step away.
I mean, I'm blind, but I don't think there's any giants with us, but okay, sure.
What about the one behind you?
He's joking. There's
I
no
figured. Like, I could smell those things from a mile away.
So, huddling. Do you guys huddle towards Ogreth?
Oh, we don't. We're not.
Yeah, it was just Ro gonna be the one.
No, he's telling Ro to go away.
Oh,
we
right,
can
yes.
have a
Oh!
group huddle.
That was
That's
not clear.
completely backwards.
Okay.
You're
Wow.
right.
He said, "Can we have a conversation alone?"
huddle.
And then gives the eye to Ro, as
We
in
do the huddle.
get away.
Yeah, we'll do the huddle.
Okay, sure.
Astron holds his arms out for people to bring him over there.
Yeah. Bring the blind one over there.
Thank you. Okay. What you want to talk about, General?
Yeah.
You can physically move your token. It's almost as if you
yeah, I forgot
fucking
about that.
should.
God, that was.
Damn it. Has anyone moved their tokens? Because I've only seen mine. Oh,
I have.
I've moved.
Everyone's besides Rat Course.
Oh, my shit's fucked up then.
Oh, good. My shit's fucked up too.
Yeah, I don't see
I should
anything
page.
moved either.
Nice.
Yeah, let me refresh.
Yeah, I've just tried refreshing. Oh yeah, everyone's fucking moved. Jesus.
Yeah,
And
okay.
no one moved.
Oh, I
Yeah,
bet we're
you
gonna
put your
be
fucking
just all
token
over the
over
place
me.
now.
So as you all move towards Ogreth, he looks over your guys' shoulder and eyes Ro. Ro, are you looking over this direction?
Yeah, I'd be like leaning against the pillar, just watching.
He turns his way to obscure his lips being seen. So what are we gonna do about traveling with this devil? Are we actually going to sit here and trust it?
Oh, he's that now. Okay.
I suppose so.
I guess we could throw him over the side then. He says really loud.
You can try, blind man, but I'll drag you with me.
Is there any reason why we shouldn't?
He turns to look at you. You're kidding, right?
Was there any particular reason?
Well, let's see. He worships crow, so it's not like he's one of those devils that doesn't like to be what they are. He's fully embracing that shit.
As much as I don't like Crow, you don't necessarily have to be evil to worship her.
Yeah, but it means you have to kiss ass.
He hasn't been that bad to us. He's
Pretty
helped
decent.
us.
Nor are they ever blatantly like that. They're manipulative. They
Listen.
feed off of other people's emotions.
If we were to lambast every person we came across that had a cliche past based on their race or who they were, half of us wouldn't be here.
Maybe I'd be more inclined to believe that if we weren't in the dark.
Sure.
He's obviously has connections here. Deeper than what me and Osiris even originally believed. As Osiris picks up. He actually's worked here, like I said earlier,
Did you actually
before
meet
I
him?
even got here. He's been here since the beginning, I think.
Then
Even more reason for us to kill him.
that's better than just saying that by race we shouldn't trust them. But I think, at least for the time being, we don't really have much of a choice.
What we do have a choice on is what we have to say, which is not as open as you've all been acting. Information he needs is limited at best.
I haven't been saying anything about anything.
Then I'm not speaking to you.
What do you think he's going to do? He's one person.
One person almost killed all of us.
So the implication is it would be one person connected to other people, which would be the problem.
Till
You
he
say you
acts up.
trust my word?
Yes, but I'm not about to crucify someone.
Nor did I say crucify him. I said he doesn't need to know what is full information, only what he needs to, and that's it.
I believe that's fair.
What's been said that you don't agree with?
For one, more information about yourself. That implicates all of us.
Does it?
Telling about your past, that's useless here. We should only worry about moving forward.
Fair enough.
We're just making conversation.
Sometimes it's better not to.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Yes, it is. Because sometimes it's better not to.
Maybe if you're a sociopath, but personally I'm not.
Yama.
Just kind of on edge. It's a word for you.
It's not the only thing on edge. Like those things on the edge of your sword.
Talk about that.
Okay.
I understand that you're not used to that, but you're here in the dark and you're going to have to get used to it fast. I'm
trying
sorry.
to cope, and none of you are really helping.
Okay, well let's look at it this way, Akiyama. Let's just get this out of the way. So you constantly tell us to not do bad things. Exactly why?
How did this conversation turn to Akiyama?
No, just wait a sec, because we need to just address this, because he just
how
keeps
is this
getting.
relevant right now?
I don't know. I just feel like we should probably just talk that through. I feel like we need to talk through our issues. Isn't that
Do it
how we
after
get?
this conversation is over.
Okay, so are we gonna kill the devil or not?
No.
No.
Okay, there. Conversation done.
Mind your words around him. He doesn't need to know anything besides the basis knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
We do this thing.
Besides the basis knowledge.
Say that again?
We don't have anything besides the basis knowledge. We've basically just been making everything up as we've gone.
Well, there are certain other things concerning the general and what him and Rykor and the Cyrus thing have planned. So I guess just the idea of just keeping it in the here and now instead of
That's
the
got
future.
nothing to do with me.
Yeah, fine.
And you don't have to worry about it.
It's good.
Cool. Everything in
Shakes
agreement?
his head, then goes back. Yes.
Great! Fun. Glad we had this conversation. So, Akiyama. Asteron turns to where his voice used to be. So, why exactly do you tell us not to do bad things then?
A serious question?
Well, because do you think that we're bad people and that we are just damned and can't be redeemed?
Not the point.
It is kind of the point, because, I mean, otherwise, what's the point in telling us to do good things then? We're already damned if we already done bad stuff. So, I mean, why not just kill us outright and just not try to keep us on a good path?
The point's more treat others in a way so people would treat you in kind.
But who really cares about that?
Most people.
It's not my point. Because if you're a bad
Typically
person...
how a society functions.
No, but I mean, when you just kill someone, when everyone's in agreement to kill someone except you, and you're trying to convince us not to, then what's the point then? Because all we're worrying about is just you. Are you trying to be a teacher to us?
I'm also kind of religiously opposed to that.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying that don't think that you're just suddenly just not within Swan's graces now because you killed a few little tiny things that we all tried to like say, hey, stop, and they just jumped and tried gnawing at your face. Don't sweat it. It's fine.
It's less about Swan. Swan's very forgiving.
Oh, then what's your problem then?
I didn't think I was the kind of person could do such a thing.
You turn into a big fox monster.
Not a monster.
You're really good
Astron,
with that
no.
sword.
Astron, Akiyama, you did it because you were being attacked. It was self-defense. You had to.
Where? This.
Meanwhile, when you get to this point of the conversation, from leaning against a wall and staring at them row, it seems like they've broken up, moving to their, like some of them moving to the pillars, one walking away from the conversation, but the other four just standing there speaking to themselves, though the formality of the situation seems to have ended.
Yeah, I still keep my distance.
This. What were those creatures called?
Sorry, say that again?
What were those creatures called?
Oh, I forget. I remember you said it.
You could probably just roll the knowledge.
Yeah, I'll just roll a knowledge dark again.
Fuck, I was muted. It was rot.
Oh. Yes, it was. Something like that, Rod, yeah.
Yeah, you fecked off though. You're not in this conversation anymore.
Okay.
Unless you're listening in from the distance, you shout it. But like that's.
I mean, I also couldn't tell whether the second time you asked, you were asking in character or as a player.
The second time I asked was me just kind of saying it out loud, so we could hear it. First time was in capped.
Mm-hmm. That was a
Is it
35
not-
with knowledge dark. What were those things again?
They were called
Right.
Roakai, but rot.
Roakai. Ah, yes, Roakai. Rot. Little bottom feeders.
That's monsters, right?
Yeah, monsters. Yeah, they didn't have much sentience. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. They couldn't talk to you.
They have a lot of sentience and superstructure, but they work like ants.
I say that anyway.
Good. Well done. You said the right thing. Right. They're just monsters.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man.
Just gonna say.
Cool. Yeah, great. High five. Holds up his hand.
Kind of weakly.
High five.
Barely even a high five. It's more just like his hand touches yours.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, good.
Awesome. Yeah. Still not washing this hand. Okay, so Astron shouts over just to any random thing. So you're a devil, apparently.
Very perceptive of you. It's the horns that gave it away.
I mean, I saw horns, but that was from a distance. I figured you're maybe like a Bovidae or something.
No.
So, how's that like, huh?
I was being blind. About the same.
Is it about the same as being blind? Wow, really sorry for you guys.
Really shitty.
I mean, like, does your mom like talk to you a lot? Does she like nestle your hair, stroke you?
Does yours?
I never had a mom. At least I don't know. I can't remember.
That's how it feels.
Aww, that's so
Yeah.
sad.
Is that really how that feels?
I serve out of duty, not out of love.
Well, with Swan, I can at least feel her presence. Even here, if weakened.
It shrugs. Well, good for you.
So wait, you're following someone who doesn't even talk to you?
What do you follow?
They didn't listen. have to talk to you.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, you feel a presence, and he's saying he's kind of iffy. But I don't follow anything. You kidding me? Nah, I'm a free spirit.
Yeah. I'm glad that's working out for you.
Very well, actually.
You can tell. The sunglasses give it away.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing. If I die, at least I know that I lived my life the way I want instead of trying to follow in someone else's whatever.
I'm not following someone's whatever. I follow the course of nature.
It's also not really the point.
What is?
I was meaning more Asteron's thing.
The blind man has a point. What is the point of serving something that you don't believe is there? But I do, and I know if I don't serve, I'll probably be destroyed.
How could you not believe they're there?
Well, she is there. She's the god of death, she's always fucking there.
Exactly, why do you even say that you wouldn't believe them being there?
No. Because I misspoke.
Oh.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure there are some devils who get away with not, praising the high lady of death every single day.
Not here.
Oh, well, you hang out with the wrong crowd then, don't you?
Why do you think I want to leave?
We're all hanging out with the wrong crowd right now.
Yeah, I'd much rather be back home.
So are you gonna stay with us when we get out of here, or are you gonna go fuck off?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Well, I'll say the same thing to you I've said to others. So long as you fight with us, I'll do my best to ensure you make it out. If that ever becomes untrue, I promise I'll put you down myself.
For as long as it serves my purposes to fight with you, then I will. I've waited a long time, and you're my best ticket out of here.
It's good enough.
So, I'll try and make sure you don't die.
Aw, thank you. You're a real
That's
swell
enough, yeah.
pal. Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
What he said in here.
He said he's not gonna bother fighting for me.
Oh.
Huh.
As they're still having that conversation, Fiona, you do notice that Riot's gone back to being quiet while looking over the unconscious form of the butcher.
As I noticed that, I suppose I'll leave the others to their conversation and walk slowly over to Raya.
When you say others, that
Do remember
does that
you
mean-
did piss on my back.
Yeah.
So just
Awesome.
keep that in mind.
I also
I know.
vomited on Michael's feet, didn't I?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What?
A lot of bodily fluids last session.
A lot of bodily fluids.
A lot.
Most
Hey,
of us are still
Raya.
covered in gore.
Yeah.
That Stitcher fight though.
Hey, Raya. Are you okay?
Why on earth wouldn't I be?
She just shrugs, and then she just kind of like turns her head away. I'm sorry for,
Yes, not the first time it's happened.
She'll just kind of look at you, surprised. I'm not going to ask for the story about that.
Too
And
bad Astron can't hear because he would.
Smart.
then she'll just look at the butcher. How's she doing?
Terrible. She seems very pleased with herself when she says that as well.
You really don't like her, do you?
No.
She'll just nod and then just back away, just saying, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Then just walk back towards the others.
She just watches you.
You just watch her walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say anything more to her, Fiona?
Oh. Yeah, before I get too far, I'll turn around and say, oh, by the way, I just thought you would want to know that the giant, that was the child. It was the baby that we were carrying around for a while.
Any just kind of like small normal movements that people make. She just stops.
Why would you think that was a good idea to tell?
You're in mid-conversation, shut up.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you were, because she moved while you guys were having the conversation.
No, but she was also a part of said conversation.
Shut up, Alfie!
She just nods. Still, the rest of her just not moving.
And I'll just nod back before then returning back to the others. Don't know if I did a good, but I did something.
Does anyone ever know if they do a good with my character? I mean...
No.
Genghis did.
Just rub more salt in the wound.
Truth hurts!
So the answer is yes. Corpses know if they did. So, anybody want to have any other candid conversations while making the upward journey on the fifth pillar?
I mean, I had one question for you, Devil, sir. Your name? What was the name again?
Rowiranti.
Ro, right? Okay. It's just something that I always wondered, because I never really wanted to look much into it. So, you worship Crow, goddess of death, right?
That's right.
So, I mean, is part of your religious practices like humping corpses, or does everyone partake?
Is that a serious question?
Quite serious, in fact. I don't know much about your religion.
I see why your friends worry about you.
Oh, I'm moving further away. I don't want any part of that.
Why are you not answering my questions?
No, we don't hump corpses.
Thank you. See? That's all you have to say. See? Now I
The
know.
role of a Death Knight is to ensure the cycle of death is continued. Souls deserve their rest. Anything that disrupts that is often seen as an abnormality, or in some cases an abomination.
Right.
For my purposes, as a Death Knight, is to protect the Order. That's why.
So define a natural abomination.
Necromancers, restless spirits, demons. The usual.
Right. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Finger guns backing up away from the voice.
Necromancy, you can as necromancy.
Things that raise the dead without the soul being fully intact. I'm aware of the work of the Zor Knights, though most of my kind don't like them, I don't really care.
I wasn't really referring to that, I was more referring to the entire helix tree of God, what's it called? Void magic.
That's often dangerous ground.
Ow!
Here's your friend as well.
Go help him up. I'll beat you to it. Fucked.
I was about to forget it.
Ah.
So, any other last things you guys want to do before waiting for the lift to get to the top?
How long does the lift take?
30 minutes.
After like 5 minutes after that conversation, I'll try and pull like the armor aside.
Yeah, I imagine you would. I'd leave Astor on Fayana, make sure he's not left alone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daddy.
So, how did you come, if you don't mind me asking, of course, did you come to serve Swan? Your robes are quite apparent with your choice of talent.
Well, I just joined the organization.
I'm just curious as to why you chose that particular guard. Most I know are born into service.
I wasn't born in it or anything. I decided to join. Up until that point, I didn't really have much of a goal in anything. I was just kind of existing day by day. I was living a pretty pleasurable lifestyle, but not really one of any accomplishment.
If you sought accomplishment, why choose Swan? Like, there are other gods that are more driven in their goals. Swan's quite passive in things.
People like Swan. So no one's really gonna bother you about that kind of thing.
Fair
And
enough.
I like the idea about it.
Fair enough.
Suppose you chose Crow for more, well, birth-related reasons.
Yes. It's interesting. Thank you for speaking to me about this.
Suppose it's two sides of the same coin, really. God of
Yeah.
life, God of death.
In a sense. We both pretty much have the same purpose. We hope the souls have the best existence they can.
Depends on the type of person worshipping Crow.
Yeah. Some are more militant than
Less than
sociable.
yes. It's another reason why I prefer Crow and of Crow. Swan. It's a lot harder for people to, well, bastardize it.
And what's not to love about the God of Love?
I think someone would be hard pressed to start killing people in the name of the God of Life.
Yeah. They mostly kill in the name of Crow, don't really know what they're doing.
Suppose not, but best to avoid that particular part entirely.
Yes. Due death. That was a shame. Then, so your reaction to what happened earlier. You do know these things you ended. They're pretty much insects.
Yeah, they already told me they're just monsters. But
Yeah.
it's less about them, more of an internal conflict.
You should feel no shame for killing them. They would have happily killed and devoured you and your friends. What you did, you protected them.
I suppose used to having to deal with this kind of thing.
It's dangerous
Not
when people get
so
too
much.
used to murder.
It's another thing I'm worried about.
As long as it stays as not your primary answer to situations, you should be alright.
It's not any answer to a situation.
Sometimes it's.
Up until this point, I'd be able to get out of any violent scenario without killing something.
Have your friends?
Hmm?
Have your friends been able to get out of such scenarios?
Mostly.
But for the few times where they have had to kill, would any of you have survived if they didn't?
It's hard to say. I wouldn't know.
Sometimes murder is necessary. Sometimes souls are doomed to die. But that's the course of things.
No, where they have to do that sometimes. But it's something I'd rather not have to involve myself in.
Fair enough. If you wish to judge yourself, you should judge your friends with the same brush.
You shouldn't have.
As far as I can tell, they're not evil people.
Not exactly the nicest people either.
Have you ever met a nice person? Usually they're
Yes.
assholes. Well, they killed to survive, now so have you. Don't be ashamed of that.
I'd rather not discuss it at all anymore, if that's alright.
Very well.
And with that, Akio's gotta go back.
I lean back against my pillow.
Talk about the murder.
Alright, anybody else wanting to have a conversation or do an action before this lift reaches the next floor?
Can I check on the night cat?
It currently seems to be sleeping.
Okay.
No, cute.
So,
I'm
question.
gonna pet it a little bit.
Okay, so. Okay, So. Brianna, how you been?
Oh my god.
She'll look at you. I've been fine, all things considering.
Good. That's good. Staying positive. That's always a good thing to do. You know, unlike, Miss Roy over there, a little Miss Negative. You gotta think positive about these things.
Get on my level.
Just because I said I was doing fine doesn't mean that I feel alright. Everything is just so fucked up right now.
Everything's always fucked up.
You're not wrong. How are you doing, Astron?
Outside of the blindness, I'm doing okay. Little shaken, but I'm doing okay. Got some more things to worry about, but I'll work through it or manage. I think I'll find a way to get out of this.
How do you always keep up such a cheery persona?
I'm not in hell.
I mean, I guess when you look at it that way, for you it would be easy, wouldn't it?
Very much so.
Well, then I suppose you're lucky.
Yeah. No matter how worse things get, always remind yourself it can get a lot worse.
But what if sometimes it can't? What if this is as worse as it could get?
When that happens, I really, really doubt you would be conscious enough to even think that. Probably be biting on your tongue, or eyes roll back in the back of your head, mind a blur. The only conscious thought you can possibly feel is pain, anguish. Oh, please make it stop. Considering that you're not feeling that right now and am able to talk to people who don't want to torture you beyond belief, then I would say, yeah, everything's fine.
She'll let out just a single dark chuckle. I suppose you have a point there.
Exactly. See, I'm actually good for things.
When you're
It's also-
not being annoying.
Hey, yeah, see, it's not that bad talking to me. I don't get where people get that stigma.
You just need to calm down a bit, and you could actually be a good friend.
Oh, thank you. That's... Wait, am I not your friend right now?
No, you are. I'm just saying that if you were to calm down your annoyingness a bit, more people could get to like you.
Calm down. That's... I don't know, if
It'd be easy for you.
Yeah. If we don't die from this, sure, maybe we could hit up a bar and I'll see how calming down helps me out.
Another,
Calm down.
and here's a tip. Maybe try not to talk about yourself so much around him, and she'll just kind of like gesture towards Ro.
I mean, I heard the sound of a gesture, so I'm assuming you're referring to the
Yeah.
devil. Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, hopefully he doesn't stick around. I mean, I don't know what I was gonna do with Sujin, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one, especially since he's a filthy devil, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Hopefully it won't be that much of a problem.
I don't know with these devils. They're always following someone else. You can't trust them to think of their own interests, just other people's, other things, their gods.
Don't you think it's a little unfair to judge someone for their race when that's exactly what people do to you?
I'm not judging him exactly off his race right now. It's more his ideology and the fact that he feels like it's okay to worship that bitch. She's the goddess of death, for Christ's sake. Whoever that is.
Well,
And
again, hopefully everything will be alright. Hopefully we'll get out of here soon.
Yeah. Hopefully not all of us.
And as that conversation ends on that note, any other conversations or actions?
Yeah, are we gonna do anything? Are we gonna set up shop?
Towards you, by this ledge over here, just real quick.
There is no ledge.
Yeah, it's just walls, unfortunately.
No, I'm good.
So everybody's fine as they are now.
Very
I
much.
guess so. I mean, I'm blind, so I can't ask you whether the butcher's still there.
Yeah, is the butcher token like gone on purpose?
Yes.
Where?
Condensing.
What?
What?
Condensing.
Ah, okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
we have
So
to
she
deal
is
with
still
leftovers.
there in the.
It's just making it more efficient by getting rid of her.
Oh,
Is that what the snail
We're
is?
just
is it?
assuming that she's
That's what the
free.
snail is.
okay.
Because she's being slowed down because she's carrying her.
Okay.
Yup-de-dup.
So,
You know,
if
Would
no
it
one wants to
return?
do any more actions, any more conversations, the lift continues till finally light beams into existence above you. It takes about 15 minutes before you reach there, but you get that moment of anxiety, worry, and preparation that's brought to you now from basically going through this 4 separate times, technically 5. Now, making your way to the 5th floor, the floor that's stated not to do anything on, the floor that you learned to be the place that Utab and Watab make as their home floor. Immediately, once you get closer to this floor, your senses is assaulted by the strong, pungent stench of what feels like moist iron. It gets so pungent that it actually is difficult to breathe, but having no choice, you push through. And as the time continues, and eventually the lift reaches to its destination, you're brought to the 5th floor. And then in front of you is a knee-deep lake of blood.
Jesus Christ.
Neat.
That's cool.
And looking out, you see 2 large doors to the north, 4 pillars that seem to be giving off light, and 2 statues facing opposite directions of each other.
Have I ever been here before?
You have, but only in passing.
Would I know anything about it?
You know this is where the leader of the giants dwells and lives.
Oh.
That's gonna be fun.
Thankfully, he's not here.
wow. I don't exactly understand how we're supposed to continue from this.
So, guys, I'm kind of blind. Exactly what are we seeing right now?
A lake of blood with 2 giant statues sitting in the center.
Ah, neat.
Yes. Those of you that have been here, do you have any context for this?
Where the King of the Giants lives.
Yeah, we got that.
I actually never been to this floor personally.
Not allowed this far up or something?
No, I was a person under the training of the third floor facilitator.
Right.
Was that his
What is-
sock?
When you say I've been through in passing, do you mean I literally just waded through the lake of blood and went to the left on the opposite side, and then straight up?
Yes, because that's where the other column is.
Yeah, then that's what I do. I just start wading through. Ignore the doors. Horrors lie behind there.
Is it fine to do?
That's what I did before.
So, if this is the place where the King of the Giants would reside, was this where that turkey told us that the book was supposed to be held?
It is.
Is that a huge bookshelf over there?
Or those doors?
Those are
How's
two
that blood
large
feel?
doors.
Too much.
Warm.
Mmm.
But you don't have to worry
Guys,
about
we can actually wash the gore off.
That
With
is
blood?
all just gore.
Let's wash off the gore with blood.
No, it's warm, so...
Do you have any idea how badly blood stains?
We shouldn't have to worry about the tome. You should be fetching it for us. We just need to get to the next floor meeting.
What?
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure you all knew. So probably someplace in here was where the tome used to be. I mean, I'm assuming that this person would want the tome not to be taken, so wouldn't there be like booby traps around here as well?
It's probably behind the door. As long as we leave that alone, we should be alright.
Fair enough. Oh, there are doors here. Okay. Alright, so anyone wants to lead me? Holds out his hand.
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks,
just-
Faye.
Can I just go on your back so
Baby.
Am I strong enough to carry the butcher and Akiyama?
You would be horrendously slowed down.
Fine.
I wait back.
Yeah. It's more asking her, right? Cool.
Oh,
Because really tall.
yes, I suppose if you not like to dirty your robes.
Really rather wouldn't.
Fine.
No.
I'll lean down so you can climb on my shoulders.
Yeah, I do that.
Ash,
Fucking
I know it's
dad.
a giant room full of blood, but is a move silently appropriate at all?
No.
Are we
Especially
going or
since
are we
this blood is knee deep, sloshing through here, you wouldn't be making any real silent progression unless you were swimming through it.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Ro.
Also, once you guys step through here, you notice it is extremely difficult to move through in lethargic.
I'm just doing sound
Hold on.
effects. Don't worry about me.
Once you get to about that point, the columns opposite to you begin to move downwards.
Oh,
Oh boy.
That's-
Are they supposed to do that?
I'm staying behind these statues.
What's happening?
Indiana
I'm
Jones
in the
shit.
elevator.
Pillar.
The lift.
What's an
Yes.
elevator?
Yeah. Then, yeah, shit. I sort of wade forwards, expecting to meet whoever's coming.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening, Fayada? I hear noise.
Pillars are moving.
I call back.
Okay.
We're staying
Osiris,
behind Ro.
we're under orders, correct?
While you watch the pillars continue to move down,
Oh boy, very fun.
the initial crack reveals the inside of there. And what you're expecting to see large feet, you see nothing as the pillars continue to move downwards. Until it gets all the way to the bottom, you then notice a singular figure, humanoid, stands there and makes his approach.
No, this is not a recognized one.
As you see two large, imposing horns shooting from his forehead, and eyes that seem to beam with intensity equal to sunlight.
Rolo's said respectfully.
As dark strands flutter behind him, as if there are snakes moving from his head. His eyes turn and then find Ro. And with that, we're going to take a break. So, thank you for watching.
I love it here.
We're going to get back into this after the break. which be 10-15 minutes, to see how well the group progresses past this next encounter of their life here in the dark. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back within that time. Peace.
This is the best vacation spot.
You
Okay.
almost had me, Ash, in thinking that you were